In the heart of Bangkok, where the bustling streets meet the ancient traditions of Thailand, there stood an old and grand hotel named the Sylvanus. This century-old establishment had a reputation that sent shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned travelers. Some said that its halls whispered secrets of the past, while others claimed to have heard the faint, ghostly laughter of those who'd never checked out. Rachel and her boyfriend, Mark, were adventurous souls who were drawn to the mysterious and unexplained. They had embarked on a journey across Asia, seeking to explore the unknown and uncover stories that would both terrify and intrigue them. As they arrived in Bangkok, they couldn't resist the allure of the Sylvanus. The hotel was a masterpiece of colonial architecture, its history steeped in tales of opulence and tragedy. From the outside, it exuded grandeur, but within its walls lurked stories that had transcended time itself. The couple checked in on a warm, moonlit night, their curiosity outweighing their reservations. The lobby was dimly lit, adorned with antique furniture that had witnessed the passage of generations. An elderly concierge welcomed them with a warm smile, but couldn't hide a hint of melancholy in his eyes. He handed them an ornate brass key and offered a word of advice. "Mind the 11th floor," he said. "That's where the stories are born." Rachel and Mark made their way up to the 11th floor, a place where the air seemed colder, and the corridor stretched on as if it had no end. Their room, 1106, was at the far end, away from the elevators. As they entered, they marveled at the opulent furnishings that filled the suite. An ornate, four-poster bed dominated the room, while heavy drapes concealed a view of the city beyond. The night passed in a whirlwind of exploration and intimate moments. But as the clock struck midnight, the temperature dropped, and the room became eerily silent. Rachel and Mark lay in each other's arms, feeling the chill in their bones. That's when they heard it. A soft, sorrowful melody, like a violin playing in the distance. They exchanged a glance, their curiosity piqued. Following the music, they found themselves outside their room, drawn by an irresistible force. The melody led them to room 1107, the door slightly ajar. Inside, an old record player spun with a ghostly grace, the needle dancing on an ancient vinyl. Rachel and Mark exchanged a look of awe and trepidation. They entered the room, but it was empty. No one was there. As the music played, the room seemed to come alive with memories. Faded images of lovers, their faces hidden by veils of time, waltzed across the space. The lovers' laughter and whispered promises echoed through the night. Each note of music, a chapter in their timeless story. Rachel and Mark couldn't resist the pull of the music and danced a slow, romantic waltz, feeling the presence of those who'd come before them. The room was filled with an otherworldly energy, and for a moment, they forgot about the world outside. But then, as the melody reached its crescendo, a cold gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing the candles and plunging them into darkness. The music stopped abruptly, leaving them disoriented and frightened. In the pitch-black room, Mark's voice trembled as he said, "Rachel, we need to leave this place." But before they could move, the room was illuminated by an ethereal light. Before them, in the fading glow, stood a couple. The woman in a flowing white gown, her dark eyes filled with sadness, and the man in a dapper suit, his eyes filled with love. The couple spoke in unison, their voices like a haunting echo.
"We were never meant to be apart," they said, "and so we shall never let you part." With that, they reached out their hands, and Mark and Rachel were drawn into an otherworldly dance, a dance that had begun decades ago and had never ended. As the night unfolded, they waltzed through time, witnessing the love and tragedy that had bound the ghosts to the 11th floor. It was a story of love and loss, of betrayal and revenge, of an unbreakable bond that defied death itself.
The dance came to an end as the first light of dawn broke through the window, and the ghosts whispered their final goodbyes. Mark and Rachel, their bodies weak and hearts heavy, stumbled back into their room. But as they looked at each other, they knew that they had been forever changed by their night in the Sylvanus. Their love had deepened, and they had been given a glimpse into the mysteries of the afterlife. It was a night of terror and wonder, of love and loss, and it was a night they would never forget. The sun rose over Bangkok, casting a warm, golden glow over the city. Rachel and Mark held each other, knowing that their love was unbreakable, even in the face of the unknown. The ghosts of the Sylvanus had shown them that love could transcend time and death, and for that, they would be forever grateful. And so, their story ended not with tragedy, but with a newfound understanding of the mysteries of the heart and the enduring power of love, even in the face of the most terrifying of circumstances. They left the Sylvanus that morning, hand in hand, forever bound by the love they had discovered in the heart of a haunted hotel in Bangkok,